What's good, man? My name is Owen, and I'm the owner of Fly Studios. Today, I'm going to share the exact strategy that I'm going to use to get ahead of 99% of the competition. Yeah, I know what it's like pouring all your money, passion, time, and investments into creating new products, dope designs, your family and friends telling you, yo, this shit gonna go crazy, and then it gets time for your drop day, nobody's buying. Or even if people are buying, you're not seeing your followers going up. You're not seeing nobody really getting to know your brand like that. And the reason for that, my friend, is because a lot of starting businesses make one major mistake. They pick a name, random name, they look at, okay, what's my favorite brand? Oh, I know Capri, I know Project Capri, Project Clothing, .co. And then they just plaster a logo that's been used OD and then just get to it. You know what the problem with this is, bro? The problem with this is that when people see a product in real life and they ask like, yo, where'd you get that from? They're like, oh, I got it from Project Clothing, whatever. They search a project, the first thing they see is Project Capri. They see better designs, and they go shop there. You just lost a potential customer. This doesn't only count for clothing brands. This counts for nutrition, for beauty, for any starting foundational brand. And so, the number one thing that you want to do in order to even set yourself up for success, set yourself up for a successful year in 2025, is pick a name and design a logo that makes you distinct. That already right there is your first competitive advantage. If you don't know what that is, think of business as a competition. It's a sport. Don't think of it as this lovey-dovey shit that you can be doing just in the pastime. No, it's a competition. People are giving their all to conquer and they're all to put you out of the field. Yeah. So if it's a competition, you're looking for advantages. You're looking for A players. You're looking for skills, traits that your competition does not have, but that you are better at than your competition in order to stand out. And having a good name and a good logo is number one thing that you need. Because even if everything else is good, say you have the cloud, say you have the influencers, say you have the products, and even the story. Know what happens when your name is invalid? Know what happens when your name is trademarked? People can file you, lawsuit you, and take all the money you made with your brand for the past 5 years simply because you picked a name that was already trademarked. You know what I'm saying? So don't set yourself up for failure, set yourself up for success. Number one. Yours number two, rebranding. Yours number two, rebranding in the beginning when you're still in your founding years is not as much of a risk as people may make it seem. Yeah. If you are an established brand, people know you like a Nike and Adidas, things like that, right? If you're an established brand, it's much more difficult for you to pivot and change your name or go into a new field because people already got to associate you for the same thing for years on end, and that's why they bought into you. I'm gonna give a good example. Twitter and Facebook. Their real names now are Meta and X. Some people may call it Meta, people that do the marketing stuff, like I also do for other people. But the majority of people still call it Facebook, still call it Twitter. They don't use X. Why? Because they're still not at a point where X and Meta has replaced the previous brands. So those companies have to invest a lot of time and money and resources to get to the point where people finally start seeing it as what they want. But when you're not established yet, yes, you may have like 3,000, 5,000, 500, 200 people that know your brand for being XYZ. But the cost to rebrand and pivot is much lower. You have the advantage, the competitive advantage, to pivot yourself from a position that may have already been taken to a position that's open and go crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I realized that I had to do the very same thing because Flyboy Globally, like I love the name, it fits my personal brand. Sorry, it fits my personal brand to a T. But I had to realize, like, okay, there's so many clothing brands with Flyboy in it, and on top of that, there's brands that are bigger than my brand already getting traction in the same market in the same location as where I'm trying to um, big up my brand, already being known for that name. And I got them on my designs. My designs are 10,000 times better. But since people already associated with these other people, it's bad for me long term. Now it's a rat race to who trademarks my name the first. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I had to sit down and be honest with myself. And I decided, okay, I'm gonna change Flyboy globally to Fly Studios. Fly Studios with a V, because you know how we do over here in Europe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, though. And that's just what it's gonna be. The cost for me, yeah, I have to get the package over. Yeah, I have to get my stickers, package, and sealed and woven label redone. But it's a minor cost right now compared to the major costs in time and resources that I would be losing out on had I continued to stick with Flyboy for the next 2 years. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that's something that you have to think about for yourself if you want it to be so that people can easily find your brand, that people can associate you with this name, that people know like, wait, that really sticks in their mind when they think of your brand. The number one thing that you can do right now is look back at your name, ask yourself, is this brand name and is this logo really the best way for me to stand out in the sea of copy paste clothing brands? Ask yourself that. You know what I'm saying? Something that I've been thinking about, and I'm using these videos to document my day to day, to keep myself accountable, to continue to work on my business, and also to share some of the sauce with you guys where I can, right? So just think about that for today. I'm gonna go do some designing and then I'll pop back in here later for sure. So while you guys are here anyways, like I'm just back looking at my design, seeing if I like it or not. This is a huge important step to do for sure as well. You wanna make sure that you don't just go straight with it, right? Like step away from your design for a minute and see if you like it. So one thing that I love to do with all my designs is essentially give them a story in the sense of a moment or a memory or an emotion I'm trying to capture with my shirts. That's all my collections, right? So I'm currently working on a shirt called the Nameless Acid Wash, obviously. And there's a whole story behind it. You're gonna think I'm crazy, but listen, just hear me out. Just let me cook. All right. So boom. The shirt is called Nameless for a reason. We have the subtext "Dreams never end." The reason for this is because the shirt is supposed to symbolize the idea of a person who has dreams but hasn't done anything to fulfill them. They're left unfulfilled, they're left unchased, unconquered. In other words, you have not given yourself a name yet. You haven't given yourself experience yet. You're nameless, you're empty, you're a vessel is waiting to be filled, right? And that's the dreams never end is a reminder that as long as you stay nameless, you still have an opportunity to chase, conquer, and realize your dreams and give yourself a name. Finally, give yourself a name. And so I actually created a hoodie that goes with the story, right? Which is called the Dreamer hoodie. It's what you saw me make earlier. And so far, I'm loving the design. Like, I think this is stuff for sure. So I'm gonna sit on that and give that some more time, but I think this is stuff for sure. So the Dreamer hoodie, it's supposed to be worn with the t-shirt. That's why I made the color combination together. So the color is crazy, bro. It is crazy, right? So yeah, anyways, it's Dreamer because the t-shirt is about a nameless individual that hasn't given himself a name yet, hasn't tapped into his dreams and tried to conquer it. The dreamer is someone that's aligned with his dreams. He's tapped into it. He's given himself a name of someone that can dream something and realize it and bring it to life. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's just a dope story. It helps with the presentation. It helps with knowing how to present these products, but also how to present my marketing and branding behind it, where that people actually have a moment of a memory or story to like buy into. And if I can give like I don't want to give too much sauce away, but if I can give one sauce in terms of content that will set you apart from 99% of other brands, right? It is start thinking about like what emotional investment do I want my audience to make? That's what I started thinking about. And you see those t-shirts over there? Let's share if you can see them. So I'm gonna like put them up like here. These t-shirts right here. At first, the way I presented them, nobody was trying to buy. In person, everybody was like, yo, this shit look tough. Right? In person, everybody was like, yo, this shit look tough. I need it. But online, nobody was trying to buy it. Until I fixed up the presentation. In fact, you probably can see, but until I fixed up the presentation, cooked up a story that like relates to these products. And suddenly I started getting sales in to the point that I'm actually got a book on the way, like a calm 20 piece. We finna sell it out soon, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, if I can give you some sauce, bro. Yes, sir. So like I promised, I'm gonna give you some of the sauce that I know your competition doesn't have, especially when it comes to designing for your brand, right? So here's what I want you to keep in mind. When you're designing, People love to do this crazy logo, text, this, that feature everywhere, left and right, bro. I know for a fact you guys are not designing with your customer in mind. You always want to keep in mind what type of person would wear this. Is it people that I'm trying to attract to my brand? Would they wear this? What would this look like if they wear it on a person? Does this even look good in person? Is this too busy? Do I have clothes in my closet right now that I'm like, yo, this is dope, that have these features? Let's say all you got in your closets is like hoodies that only got the logo right here, right? And then you go to making a hoodie and you pass the designs here, designs on the back, designs on the hood. Shit don't make no sense, bro. Nobody wearing that. Not even you wearing that, bro. Like, come on, man. So make sure that when you design and when you do these things, that you keep your customer in mind and that you design with them in mind. I promise you, your designs are gonna be 10,000 times better, bro. So yeah, that's all the souls I want to give you today. Just three things that you can do to get ahead of your competition in 2025. And make sure you apply them, bro. Make sure you apply them. If you want to know how to design a logo, if you're looking up for that, if you're looking help about how to think about picking your brand name, if you want help about how to present your brand, how to go crazy, like we did right here, feel me? Just comment or DM me on Instagram. Just DM me on Instagram. Tell me what you need, and I'm gonna make a video for you, bro.